Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Tina from Tinaheals.com, and this video is about the astrological midheaven, or the medium jelly as it's called, C-O-E-L-I. And what is the MC or the midheaven? It is the 10th house, the natural 10th house of the zodiac belongs to Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn and Capricorn are all about mastery. So the mid house is where you've mastered something, and from that you gain social recognition, and people recognize you for your contributions to society, how you get accolades. Okay, a sixth house is of course also related to career, but it is more the day-to-day work you put in to achieve the final goal, that is the 10th house. So it is very, very interesting to study astrology when you are lacking a sense of purpose, to infuse that lack of sense of purpose with a new sense of purpose. And that will come to you when you study the astrological midheaven, or the 10th house of your natal chart. So we begin with the midheaven, that is Aries. And if you have a Cancer rising, then your MC is, your midheaven is Aries, the first house of the zodiac. So if you have your midheaven in Aries, then your the way you will be perceived by the world will be Martian. Okay, so let us understand Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. It is cardinal, so it wants to start new things. And it is fire, so it's a very agitating energy. It's not a soothing energy. So in your 10th house, you could be, if you have Aries, Mars rule fiery 10th, then yeah, you are there to be seen, you are there to be a leader of sorts, and your job or your 10th house is not fixed because it's cardinal, so it's forever changing. So you need to do a lot of things to figure out what it is that will stick with you. So Aries midheaven or Cancer rising, you can notice that oftentimes you just change, and people may be critical of you, but you change your work atmosphere. You may even change careers. It's not just going from criminal law to corporate law. It's like from becoming from a lawyer becoming a musician. Now Aries 10th house, Aries is ruled by the eyes, so there's a very visual appeal to it. There's something that is very visually appealing that you need to do, because people need to be visually appealed by you also. Now if you have a Cancer rising, so you're very feminine, so you have that beautiful side to you. But with Aries midheaven, you need grounding, because you're always, you know, being moved from one direction to the other. That is what cardinal brings. And fire is a difficult energy. And Aries is very dry and very hard. So it's a separating energy. Fire cuts and burns, like Mars cuts and burns. So it's not going to be an easy, free-flowing thing. Whatever it is, you could be a sportsman, you could be an actor, you could be so many things. Because here, you know, Aries wants new experiences in your... as your MC, it wants you to have new experiences. So nothing boring, nothing stagnant, nothing 9 to 5 is really advisable for these people, because, you know, there's a pioneering side to Aries. So with Aries as your MC, you want to pioneer new things. You want to start new things, and oftentimes you don't look at completions. So to truly establish yourself, to understand the Mars karma, you have to ground your energy and stay long enough. And also during Mars retrogrades, things will pop up with regards to your career. Okay, of course, the placement of Mars is very important to truly ascertain how you're feeding into the energy. Because any planet that is there on your midheaven is very visible. It's at the top of your horoscopal chart. So, you know, in fact, the imaginary birth chart or the hypothetical birth chart of the universe is with the Cancer rising and an Aries midheaven. So this is a very and according to esoteric astrology, souls now have incarnated with the Cancer ascendant. Most of us are incarnating with the Cancer rising. Even if we are other risings, we have a part of that Cancerian vibe to us, okay, this Manvantaric cycle. So now moving on to Taurus midheaven. So midheaven is the 10th house ruled by Saturn, Capricorn. You have to see, of course, if you have a Taurus rising, if you have a Leo rising, then Taurus is your midheaven. So that is ruled by Venus. So the placement of Venus will tell you how you will shine in life. 10th house is how you shine in life. All the hard work you do every day, day to day, is your 6th house. But how you get accolades for it, how you get recognized for it, how you get acknowledged for it is the 10th house. It's your life's purpose. So if you're losing your life's purpose, it's absolutely vital to look at your 10th house and see what's going on. Okay, and if you have an annual profection with the 10th house annual profection, then you are going to achieve something mammoth in your career. So with the Leo rising, you're ruled by the sun, and your 10th house is ruled by Venus. And Venus is how we are seduced into incarnation. Venus is what we like, what we're attracted to, our sensibilities, deals with beauty, deals with agriculture, deals with banking, money. So having a Taurus midheaven, you're very likely to do something stable. Why? We have to move to the modality. This is fixed earth, nocturnal. So this is dry also. So there's a, to make it more fertile, because dry is barren. So to make it more fertile, work must be put in. Okay, so oftentimes a line can be lazy, but with the Taurus midheaven, you need to consistently keep working, keep moving, keep doing things. So you want to do something in banking, something in agriculture, something, like I said, food industry. Taurus deals with food. Okay, so anything to do with beauty. You know, you could even be a beauty influencer because you have the Leo rising and you have the 10th house Taurus. And Venus is the clothes we wear. So designing, even interior decoration, because Taurus has an understand more Libra, which is another Venus, the diurnal expression, the airy expression of Venus. There she's more the interior decorator, the architect. But even in Taurus, Venus appreciates the beauty of forms and looks at the harmony of all things. So with the Taurus midheaven, you're looking to harmonize your finances and what you do. You're not just going to leave what you do on a whim and just walk away, because you are fixed. Okay, and Taurus is also fixed, and this is also fixed. Leo is also fixed. These are angular houses that you have. It's powerful. Your midheaven. It's how you finally, when you're dead, when you're about to die, you are like, okay, yes, I've left my legacy and I'm happy with it. Okay, so beauty, banking, nothing is off limits for Taurus midheaven. This is where you do need to have the endurance of the bull. Like I said, fixed signs and fixed earth more so gives you that that sheer endurance to just continue on and on and on and on and on. And you're ready to do that with the Taurus midheaven, but you need security. You need that financial stability and security. Okay, otherwise you're not going to be happy. Okay, now we are moving on to a Virgo midheaven. Okay, so if you have a Virgo, sorry, not a Virgo midheaven, if you have a Virgo rising, then you are going to have a Gemini midheaven. These are mutable signs, okay? Now, both ruled by Gemini. So Virgo, I think you have a very special karma because you're rising as well as your MC, which is your, how you will be appreciated for all the efforts you put in. Both these signs are ruled by Gemini. So Gemini is about data collection. Okay, it is not so much about a higher knowledge. It's about day-to-day activities. It's about who we meet every day. It's about who we interact with every day, the places we go to in the neighborhood every day, the schools, the primary education we receive. All of this is Gemini. So you're definitely doing something with this. And with the Virgo rising, you're always interested to optimize and make things more efficient. Geminis, both these signs are mutable, so there's a lot of adaptability that comes with it. Okay, you're ready to adapt, you're ready to be flexible with your work, and that is important because you are basically with the Gemini and MC, you're looking at expressing yourself, because this sign of mutable air ruled by Mercury is about self-expression through writing, through talking, sometimes through gossiping, sometimes through, you know, just sheer knowledge collection. So, and Virgo has that ability to dissect things. So this can work very well for you, you know, if you optimize your Virgo efficiency, because Mercury actually does much better in Virgo than he does in Gemini. Gemini, oftentimes Mercury could become the trickster or the prankster archetype. Okay, and don't forget, Mercury also rules thieves and stuff like that. So it's really a very interesting planet, because it's both nocturnal and diurnal. It is both malefic as well as benefic. So, you know, it is what your natal chart says it is. It is where it is placed, the aspects it's making, you know, how it is interacting overall with all the energies in your natal chart. But you're here to make videos, you're here to write, you're here to express, and you're here to be flexible and understand the human condition. Gemini is symbolized by the two twins. So, you know, there's this dichotomy with Gemini. There's this tug and pull that's always happening. Pulling away at Gemini, you know, the higher self, the lower self, that point of view, this point of view. So oftentimes Geminis find it difficult to synthesize everything and, you know, operate from a fixed standpoint. Grounding this mutable energy can be difficult, but mutable earth like Virgo can do it well. So again, the placement of Mercury and so many other things will tell you how you communicate. And Virgo always deals with healing, and Gemini can be excellent at knowledge. So, you know, information that is got about healing that Virgo puts to use to heal people. That's very possible with your MC in Gemini. Okay, but whatever it is expression. And oftentimes Geminis will do many things. And it's not like an Aries midheaven where they do things and give up. Geminis are oftentimes known to take up something after ages and continue doing it. They do many things in one go. Okay, even during Mercury retrogrades, you can see that the Virgo rising with the 10th house in Gemini, they are back to doing something they were already doing. You know, selling soaps on Etsy, right, updating that blog, updating Instagram, good with knowledge. And think about it, Gemini midheaven can be very good with money as well, because Virgo is very long term. Okay, not as long term as Capricorn, but it's a very methodical, long term sign. And nowadays currency is mercurial. So if Virgo understands this mercurial money that is ones and zeros but not gold or silver anymore, then they can be really good with money and the stock market as well with Gemini MC. So midheaven in Gemini, you need to just ground that creative energy you have, because you have so much of it and you have a lot excess energy, and both these signs deal with the nervous system. Okay, and Virgo deals with digestion. So imagine the anxiousness could be exacerbated with difficult aspects, the rising of 6th house to Mercury, or when a malefic touches Mercury, or, you know, Mercury retrograde, for instance. If you're born with the Mercury retrograde, say in your 1st house or in your 10th house, and then you're channeling in psychic information. Okay, it's not all bad. I don't think retrograde planets are all bad. So there's a good side to Mercury retrograde that many Virgo risings and Gemini 10,000 Virgo 10,000 people have figured out that yeah, it does exist. You can optimize the efficiency there. So now with your now we are moving to Libra, and we go to Taurus MC. Okay, so if you have Libra is again a cardinal sign ruled by Venus, and its MC is Taurus, which is again ruled by Venus. Venus is the